Let's see. We should be going live on Instagram as well. All
Is it on
right,
your
all
page or
right.
on our page?
It is on our No Panties After Dark Instagram, folks. What's going on with you? We are live. It is No Panties After Dark. I see some Carmex back there. Uh-oh. I got in trouble with Carmex one time. You know,
How'd you get in
I
trouble
put
with
some Carmex
Carmex?
I put some Carmex on one time, and she said, "Is that Carmex? Ew!" You know what you heard? You
People
heard
automatically equate
as I
Carmack to
drove
jerky.
off. That's what you heard. You heard
I mean, but you
as I
don't
drove
want
off.
crusty lips. You don't
I
want
mean,
Right.
I
crusty
know,
lips.
but she, this was long time ago. But that's what she heard was as I drove off. But y'all ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got my
All
mo.
right. You got your what? All right. I think getting some freezing
Jacobs.
going on
He
there.
said,
All
I'm
right.
frozen.
There we go. Think we
Yeah.
good.
All right.
All right.
Celebrate your queen,
That's it.
elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, bro. Elevate, celebrate. She looks like him, she looks like him, she looks like him, she looks like him, she looks like him.
What the deal? What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel. How you
She
feel?
looks like him.
Yeah.
She looks like him, she looks like him, she looks like him, she looks like him, she looks like him.
What the deal? What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel. How you
She
feel?
looks like him.
Yeah.
She looks like him, she looks.
I'm
All
having
right, all
technical
right, all right. It's all good, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Yo, if anybody's out there, as y'all are watching, I see people popping in. See people popping in. Go ahead and give us a shout out. What's up, Jacob Areola? Hey, what is
Yay.
it called? What is that little circle part of the of the breast?
That's the
Yeah,
areola.
it's
The
it's areola.
areola. We
Okay,
already had that
yo,
talk.
I would have had so much fun with that name growing up. Absolutely.
That's my friend, y'all. We already had that talk. Hey, boo.
Absolutely. All right,
Oh yeah, we
James
cover mine
Craycroft
up.
Sr., what's
Oh,
going
actually,
on? What's going on, James? Hey, that brother right there, man, he's got some good knowledge, man. I love when he
hey,
chimes in
welcome.
because he's definitely
Hey,
got some good
Lamar.
knowledge there. What's up, Lamar? What's going on with you, family? Appreciate you jumping in. Absolutely, absolutely. I need to know where my lady's at, though. Maybe I need to.
Where the
Uh,
ladies at? Where the
no,
ladies at?
you know what? I got to do a little more diligent effort to go and get the ladies because I see y'all bringing the fellas in, but I thought ladies did what ladies do and fellas do stuff for ladies. You know what I mean?
Well, this
That's
is
that's
no panties
that's
Yeah.
after dark.
Well,
that's
they
that's the
trying
way it
to they
works.
trying to learn. They in it to
Right.
learn.
I
Period.
don't know
I
if
just
they're
want
trying
to
to
add
learn
that you
or
guys look
look.
nice in your pajamas tonight. I love it.
Thank
Thank
you, thank you, thank
you.
you. I
I
figured I'd
This is
go
a
love
with the
pajama
it.
theme since
party.
we were talking about no panties after dark. This is a
I
relationship
love
show, so I
it.
figured I'd say, you know what? Let me go ahead and get in on some jammies with y'all. You know,
Pajama jammy jam.
yeah,
Where we put the
absolutely.
relations back into your relationship. Period.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what's going on. So, all right. So tonight, right? First thing we usually like to start off with, y'all, is the timeline review, and we'll go check our page here and see what's going on our timeline. But for a quick second, I wanted to kind of show something from someone else's timeline. And, I want y'all to tell me what you think.
Okay.
This was someone's story. I purposely, cropped their name out.
Right.
And but I'm gonna say this that this person I did share a couple of their posts on my page today. So if you want to go figure out who it is, but what y'all think about this right here? She's got a halter top on or whatever, and she's doing her little selfie picture, sexy or whatever, right? With the little baby in the background. What y'all think about that?
That
I'm
baby ain't
just
paying
saying.
her no attention. But she
Child,
could
that
have cropped the
baby
The
is
baby
just
baby
out.
there
ain't
for a
Cropped the
paying
treat and
baby
her
walk
out.
around
no
the house like
attention.
that.
I'm
If
trying to know
that's
these
the
babies are sponges.
Not at that
Crop the
age. It
baby
doesn't
out the
matter
picture.
because they don't
At
look at
that
mommy
age,
with an attraction
okay.
at that
Well,
age.
Well, it's
let me
no
school
different
y'all
than
real
it's
I mean,
quick.
used
she
to.
could be going
Let
swimming or
me.
something.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be. She could be. She's in the mirror doing her selfie stuff. But let me let y'all know something. Up until the age 7, kids are in what's called their brain is in what's called a theta wave. So they actually absorb. That's the same trance that your brain is in when you're sleeping, right? So up
Hmm.
until age 7, kids' brains are in theta wave. So ultimately, they are absorbing everything that they see and hear around them. So what your kid will be is everything that they consume up to age 7. That is a big
So what you saying is
factor.
the mama's a thought and the mama exhibits
If
behavior.
she's
Well, this is
displaying
the
thought
thing.
behavior, if she's displaying thought behavior in front of the camera, taking selfies, half naked, it's I mean it's
Okay.
whatever. She could be going swimming. I ain't see no hashtag
She
I'm about to
could be
go
going
swimming in
swimming,
that video.
but even if she's walking around in her underwear at that age, there is a certain age when
Putting the
the
pictures on
baby,
social
the
media.
children are too old for you to walk around in your underwear. That is
I agree
clearly
with
a
I,
that.
baby. She could
I agree
clearly
with
still
that.
be breastfeeding.
well, I
So
mean,
if
and
she,
that's
you know
fine.
what I'm saying? The
I
baby's
mean,
not
let's
looking at
okay,
you
let's
like
stop.
that.
Let's stop. Let's stop. Look at this picture again. That ain't no breastfeeding baby. Let's just be
What
real
I'm
with that.
saying is, look how young that
I mean, well,
child is.
Ice-T's
That's
wife
a
still breastfeeds.
baby.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's cool to do that when you're not on social media. But is it cool to do that? Doing your selfies and putting stories up in social media?
I
Come on
mean,
now.
I see what you're saying,
Yeah,
but you know what?
I
And
can
you
see
might
it
be
both
kind of
ways.
right. I see what you're saying
I
because you
mean,
know
She
what? Like
could have moved the baby out the way.
I used to come home from work and like strip down naked. Like that's what I did, and I've
Right.
always done that. But then, like when I had my first son, he was 2 years old. We were noticing he would come home from daycare. First thing he would do, strip down butt ass naked, because that's what he saw me do.
Wait a minute.
So I
wow,
had to start
I
doing
don't
so
see no
wow,
too.
milk stains on her bikini.
wow.
Jacob said
Hey,
he don't
well,
see no milk stains over there. I have
exactly,
three boys, and after a
and
certain
Jake.
age, I would not walk around in front of my sons like that because, as a mom, your sons, you're the first woman that your son typically falls in love with, and I don't mean in love like that, but what I'm saying
Yeah,
is
nah,
when he
you
gets his
are the
idea of
idea
what a
of
woman
the
is,
type of woman
a
that
woman
he
that he may
wants.
want, the
Right.
characteristics or the qualities. So after about the age of 2, you kind of stop walking around like that in front of your child,
That's when I
male or
had to
female.
stop because he
Yeah, because
started
I
you
trying to
can't.
mean,
The
pick up
boys
and
on
are
it. I
looking
had
like,
and
to.
"What's that?" They
I
start
agree with
asking questions.
Noble.
"What's that,
The mom
mommy?"
can wear bathing suits around her kids. I get that. I'm cool with that. But
But
I'm
that's
just
what
saying
that looked like.
it
What she
just
had on, that looked like a swimsuit.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that
Those
looks like
don't
a
look like
swimsuit.
panties. They look like bikini bottom.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying it looked kind of suspect as a story photo. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm
right.
saying. This looks kind of suspect as a story photo with the baby in the background doing whatever the baby's doing or whatever. Just what I mean, just if she
They
went
do,
over
but
there
it
to the
kind of look like
baby,
swimsuit panties.
if
Look like she just kind of took a picture, like, let me take a little self. She could have moved a little churn out the way, you know what I'm saying, in the background, move a little child and stuff, like, scooch
yeah,
over a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
just
you ain't got to take the picture that damn bad where you just can't wait. But sometimes you got, I guess she just had to get it in where it fit in. I don't know.
yeah, like it might have been like 11:59, and she was about to turn back into something,
The
over
pumpkin or
whatever,
the
and,
the
and so
Cinderella.
she just needed to hurry up and snap it. It's 11:59. I gotta get this
I
picture
gotta get
in.
the picture. That she looked like
Hey,
she's kind of cute too. She got a nice little body. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
she was cute. Yeah,
She
she was
looking for
cute. But,
attention. She is probably. Oh, hey, Noble, girl, look who in the comments. You see Noble?
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
from
He
back in the
said she's
day.
probably
He's an
Yes,
looking
old
for
school
that's my
listener.
attention.
little
Hey,
internet partner. Oh, no
What's
tennis
up, Noble?
partner.
hey, that's an OG listener.
It's an
From
OG
back
Yeah,
in
right
in
I
our
there.
shared it
era.
Yes,
to him.
sir. Yes, sir. I mean, come on now. I definitely she's looking for attention. Everybody's looking for attention these days. This is what we all want. That's the social media thing these days, right? But look, let's go hit our timeline real quick before we get to celebrity news you can't use, which is coming up next, y'all. So let's see. We will come on
What we
down.
drinking on? What's everybody drinking on?
I
With my
Um,
have
broke
Simply
nail.
Lemonade, and it's mixed with strawberry Smirnoff. It tastes like summer in a cup.
Summer.
summer in a cup. So
What
that
the
means
hell
it's
is
hot as
this?
hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
I got
you got
cognac
90
with some cherry.
degrees in your cup right there.
No, it's ice cold. It's amazing. Tastes like a strawberry lemonade.
One little
You,
pop.
you should not giggle like that again because that sounded too familiar. With that giggle, it was, and the brothers will know what I'm talking about. But
Jack
right
Daniels.
here,
Okay.
he said, "What's good, ladies?" He's got some Jack Daniels. I feel you. So let's take a look
Okay.
here on our timeline and just kind of peep. Let's see how far back we're gonna go and check out. Okay, what is this? Tricky question. If a man proposed to a girl and she says no, is the relationship over? Look at that. Will Smith sitting right there, right before he got slapped the first time by Jada.
Oh,
No, I'm just playing. So
is that
that's a
a
good
shade?
question. That's a good question. I mean, what y'all think? Is the relationship over if a man proposes to a girl, she says no? I would say my honest answer is no. I mean, okay, no, let me not say that. Okay, the logical answer in my brain says no, but the honest answer is like, I mean, nigga. It's kind of like how many people was there watching. You know what I mean? Like how many
It
people is
depends.
in the area watching as she said no. Like
I would have said yes to save him the embarrassment if there's people in the area. Then we're gonna talk about this when we get home.
Then
Like,
we're
I'm
going
gonna
to
give me
talk
a ring
about it,
back. I
right?
can't do
If I
this.
wasn't
I mean,
Right.
ready.
Right.
Right,
If
if
I
I
feel
wasn't
you.
wasn't
like
ready.
that.
I feel you. But the question is, if a man proposed to a girl and she says no, is the relationship over? Jacob says
I
it's over.
Well, he should have
Jacob,
known that before he proposed to her if they were on that path to marriage.
right. He got to know.
Like
Yeah.
if
Well,
you
I've
if
been
when we
seeing
get to the
ladies
point where you're
propose to men.
proposing, ew,
Huh?
ew,
Yeah, I've
What
been seeing
happened?
ladies propose to men, and I've never seen
ew,
on any of the posts
no,
the
Hey, I
men
mean,
saying yes. That's the thing
no,
about it. Ladies don't propose to men, and every
I mean,
time
ew.
I've
I
seen it,
don't, I
the
don't
men are
think.
It
like,
says in the
no.
Bible. It says in the Bible, who he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. It don't say she who finds a husband. So
Right.
yeah, ladies should not be
That shit don't
proposing to
never go in
men.
their favor, sis. It don't never go in their favor when
Mm-mm.
they propose. I'm just
No.
ever.
Hey, look, Noble
Never.
said, I'd say no because I'd like to know why she's not ready to take my hand in marriage. He say no, that the
Right.
relationship is not over because he like. So I agree with that because I feel like there's some conversation that needs to be had. If she says
I
no,
think so.
obviously I was on some, if I'm the dude and she says no, I was on some, I don't know, my brain was elsewhere and I need to know, okay, why am I thinking this and you're thinking that? You know what I
Right.
mean? But marriage
Lamar
is
said it's
over.
oh, we
Lamar
got
says it's over.
two out of one.
Yep, yep. So
Wow.
we got the no's have it so far. What y'all ladies think? Is it a no? Is it a yes? Is the marriage over?
I don't
If
think so, but I think that when we get to the point where you're asking for my hand in marriage, why have we not been having those conversations about the future? So then, we're
Mm-hmm.
having those
yep,
conversations. You know where I'm at, I know
yep.
where you're at. And clearly, like, for her to say, no, she's not there. And he
She's
should
not
know
there
that
yet.
before, what I'm saying? At that point, like, maybe he's like trying to pressure her
Okay,
into some
so
stuff she's not ready
so
for.
so Jacob said, is that a yes or no? No? Is it over if a girl says no or yes? It's
I
over.
feel like it's not over because I
Okay,
just think that they have some things to talk about, and maybe
Right.
absolutely.
I think maybe that they can agree that maybe down the line, within the next 6 months to a year, they can work towards that. You know what I'm saying? But because some people don't like surprises. I like
Hey,
surprises,
look,
but
Right.
it depends on
James
what type of
Crawford,
surprise.
he
Like, give
posted.
me that
He
little blue
actually,
box,
he
and I
actually
might say, yeah. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
look, James Crawford, you see right here, he actually commented on it and he says, yes, if someone is ready for a lifetime commitment and the other party says no, then there's no reason to continue the
That's true.
relationship.
That is true. But it may not be so
That's
cut and
very
dry like
true.
that. It may not be
Brother
cut and
Bay,
dry. But if the other
Brother Bay
person just
says,
flat out
yes,
says
it
no
depends
without
on
an
the
answer, like
reason for
no,
you.
I don't want to get married. That you got to weigh that in. First of all, when a man asks a woman if she wants to, would he marry her? By that time, he knows if she wants to get married. Because within the first month or two, you're talking about whether you want to get married or absolutely not. Like, especially if you've been married before, you guys have that talk. Some people are absolutely no. I don't even want to get married again. I just want to date for the rest of my life. And some people
I
are like,
thought this was
I'll
stupid,
give it
but
another chance. So you should already know within the first couple of months. What is Jacob? Jacob out here showing
You know,
out.
I don't. I think that's more funny to women than that is funny to dudes.
Well, hey,
I didn't find this
Shayna.
funny. Like,
It
I
was
didn't think it was
funny.
funny.
It was
Oh,
hilarious.
Jacob, you can show it out.
It's landscaping.
Child, that's how my landscapers be. That look
You
like a
see that
boot.
little bitty shrimp? Little bitty shrimp? She
What
ain't
was
come
Yeah.
see
that?
that, friend.
Did
She
y'all?
ain't come
Oh,
and
that
see
was
First
some
that.
off,
shrimp.
first off, if it happened like that, then it would be followed with some cocktail sauce as well. There would be a whole lot of cocktail sauce
Period.
in there. It would not be, you know. But look at this. Okay, Jacob says, "Here's your bags, makeup, luggage, and make sure the doorknob don't hit you where the good Lord split you."
Ooh, wee.
Shayna, shout out to you. Right, there should have been discussion before the proposal. I feel like their communication is bad. Absolutely. I mean,
Please.
look, I'm a proponent of what do you call it, counseling, marriage counseling, like before the fact. Like I'm a proponent. When we get to that level, let's go sit in front of somebody that we both don't know, and you know they got degrees and stuff, and let them give us some professional walkthrough advice. I believe in that. Because I
Absolutely.
didn't do it on a couple other occasions that you know I thought I was going to get married, and I think that's important to do to make sure that you know
Sorry about
we
that.
have it right. You know what I mean? So
Right.
let's
I'm
let's
sharing the link some more.
and then we're gonna pass it off to Pretty Brown Skin. All right.
Areola. I like that
What
areola.
is this? What is this about a healthy relationship? Are we gonna look at this? Is this good to look at, or is this silly? Y'all tell me.
It's silly.
Silly. Okay, so we're gonna pass that. Um,
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one to
oh, is
segue
a
into what we about to
threesome
talk
adding
about.
That
spice
was funny.
or asking for problems? Is a threesome adding spice or asking for problems? My girlfriend and I had a threesome with another woman, and I have never felt more emasculated. Ooh, she.
Mm.
Hold
Hold
on. My
up.
Let's get it.
girlfriend and I. Okay,
Hold
okay. All
up.
right. She's 24-year-old female. She's bisexual, and the girl, 25-year-old female, we had sex with was also bisexual. It was
Mhm.
my 23 male. Okay, so he's a
So
23-year-old
he's
old male. It's
yeah.
my
Okay.
girlfriend's idea. I was down for it for obvious reasons. I thought it'd be hot to see my girlfriend be with another woman, but now I feel terrible. This girl was so much better at everything than me. Woo! I have
Oh,
never
wait.
been able to make my girlfriend react in the way that this woman made my girlfriend act. I know a woman knows what a woman likes more than a guy does, but this woman, who we only met a few times prior, that's what you think, buddy. Um, and, and who has never slept with my girlfriend before, that's what you think, buddy.
I'm
Made
looking at
her
the comments.
come like a fucking freight train.
Hey, Keisha.
Never seen a freight train come, so that's some interesting shit right there. Which
Never
is
seen that
something
either.
I've never
Really?
been able to do. Okay, I'm now at the point
Mm.
where I feel super insecure and unassured in myself. I hate that we did this, and I don't know how to talk to her about it, as I don't want to let on how insecure I feel. What should I do? Ooh, jump off a
Grow up
probably
and
do.
Just
learn how to
end it.
fuck.
Just end it and don't do this ever again in your next relationship.
You think so? He should
I
just
just
Because
end
said it
it.
all right there. Grow
I
up and
mean, but
learn how
just
to
this is
fuck.
his
end it.
They
girl. He
so
loves his
young.
girl. This is his
He's
woman. You know
never
what I
They
gonna
are
mean?
get over
young
this.
though. Look how they're in
They're
their early
young.
20s.
They're young. He'll get another girlfriend. He's never gonna get over this. He's not. Yeah,
He
it's
ever.
never gonna be the same again. Just end
He
it,
This
should have
thing
buddy.
gave
known he wasn't about that life. But see, here's the
this
thing.
thing
Right.
gave him
Okay,
PTSD.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right, so I'm a okay. Quick story relates to this. When I was in my like I don't know 20, 21, 22, something like that. I think it was no, I think I was like 18, 19, somewhere between 17 and 19, right? You know, I've been on my own since I was like 17. So this is probably like 18, right? So I'm at my crib, you know, we got 3 bedrooms. There's 3 of us brothers that are in this space. Everybody got their own room. My girlfriend, who was like we were still friends. we were puppy love, right? So it was like 14 years old, something like that. We dated 13 to 14. She stalked me. She found me on Fox 35 when I used to do commercials as a kid and whatnot, and started calling my. That was back when you can go in the white pages and look somebody's number up, and
Yeah, back
just
then.
spend like a week calling me and hanging up the phone until she could, get the courage up to actually talk, right? So, I used to do commercials as a kid, all this other stuff, and we started dating and all that. This was 14, 15. Well, we puppy love. We broke up a couple years later, but we still remain good friends, as we've grown up, right? And,
Mm-hmm.
and she, some boyfriends later, always gotta state that some boyfriends later, she's her promiscuity was like just wild and out there, right? So she just, she been a curious person for a minute. But either way, we sit there, we do this threesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her friend's name is Denisha. I can say this because I don't know where neither one of these two are at. But my homegirl, who this was my buddy, even after the relationship, she's the one who initiated this whole threesome thing, right? She
Right.
initiated the whole thing, and she's the one who, we're playing spin the bottle. Of course, when you're young, that's the thing you do. You say, hey, let's play spin the bottle. They got to do their thing, because that's the way the bottle landed. So they got to, I'm sitting there giving the rules now, and okay, y'all got to kiss, whatever. So they get to kissing, and of course, they get to mess around, this, that, and the other, which I knew because I knew they would buy or whatever. And next thing you know, her friend, because she told her, is calling me over there. I'm just watching. Her friend is calling me over there saying, Joe, come here. Now, I ignored it like 3 times. On that fourth time, I said, okay, all right, cool. So I came over, I indulged, I enjoyed this, that, and the other. Do you know that for probably a year after that, my friend did not speak to me anymore? She was mad. She was mad.
See,
Because
that's
she
what it's a
initiated the
double-edged sword.
whole thing. It's
Somebody
crazy, right?
Sometimes people get mad because you either are better with the other person or you have more of a connection with the other person, or the other
Mm-hmm.
person makes you feel better than you whatever or you and your mate might be, paying too much attention to each other versus the friend. So it could be a double-edged sword. And I've known couples where the woman has run off with the guy that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
double
I know
standards,
Jacob's
absolutely.
story.
Absolutely. Noble says nothing but problems unless your heart isn't attached to the relationship. Keep that shit out of
Exactly.
your bedroom. Just like you should probably keep the TV out your bedroom, but that's a different story. Because you
Oh, she don't
might
watch
not
movies.
be able to handle it afterwards. I have a friend wife that
Exactly.
left him for the girl they had the
Whew.
threesome with, and that even ties into some of our celebrity news we're gonna talk about here in a minute, y'all.
Yeah,
He
that happened with a coworker of
Mm-hmm.
keep
mine. She
asking the next chick about his skills, his confidence is going to be shook. Mm.
Shooketh.
that happened with a
Most
coworker of
threesomes
mine.
hardly end well. Sometimes everyone will be happy or one will be disappointed, which leads to relationships ending or something
Mm-hmm.
worse. Mm.
One of my
Jacob said he
coworkers,
ain't
she
gonna
was
share
messing
or
with
be
a
shared.
girl and her husband was all for it. He's like, I just want to watch. So they're doing whatever they're doing. He's watching, they're taking pictures, this, that, and the third. And next thing he knows, my coworker then ran off with the woman and now they
Mm-hmm.
together raising all the kids. Like
Man,
those are
Right.
just problems. You just don't invite those problems into your bedroom if it's a
Mm-hmm.
serious relationship.
man,
Now I
man.
know some people who are truly poly, and they're poly, and so their feelings for each other is mutual, but or they bring other people into the relationship, and they have rules and stuff, but it's to each his own. Like I said, Jacob said I would never share or be shared, and
I heard
that,
that.
yeah,
I heard that.
I would never share or be shared. Yeah, you really have to, you like I said, you have to have feelings for all of the people who are in the poly
Yeah.
relationship equally, and really truly understand it. Or like I know couples, I've had a few couple friends who just always like to bring a third party in, and then that's it with the third party. Or sometimes that third party will
I've
be
seen
someone that
people try it. I've seen
continuously,
people try it.
they like to play. But and it's only been a few times where I've seen it work, but most of the time, it shit don't work.
Yeah, nah,
It
you're
don't
right.
work.
You're right. So I tell you what, let's jump into, celebrity news you can't use. But first, before we do that, folks, we are going to go to commercial, if that's cool with you ladies, and we will be
Yeah.
right back. Folks, this is the No Panties After Dark show. We'll be right back.
Habibi Trading Company, home of soap sticks and Saya Baba products. Over 400 locations at a store near you. Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky, Southern Indiana, or find yours online at sayababa.com. Again, that's sayababa.com. Habibi Trading Company, where you can find fragrances to incite your senses.
I don't need to sit at your table. We building one. We in the process of building a table. We building a table. I don't gotta sit at your table. I'm building my own table, and I will build you a table in the presence of your enemies.
Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, bro. Elevate.
All right, all right, all right, all right. We are back, and right now it is going to be celebrity news you can't
She
use.
looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. Movie star. What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel. How you
She
feel?
looks like a movie star.
All right, all right. So, pretty brown skin, take it over and give us some of that stuff that will never be on a test.
Girl, give us some tea, girl. What's the tea? That's what we need. The tea.
Yeah, some wine tea.
We can't hear you, boo.
Are you? Ooh, are you muted? It doesn't look like it's muted, but somehow maybe disconnected.
Her AirPod. I bet it's her AirPod.
Are you? Is it?
Can't hear
Do
you.
you have Bluetooth on both devices connected to the earpod? Because if so, like I had to turn the Bluetooth off my phone.
Let me hear
Can't
something.
hear you now. I'm sorry.
I hate my glasses, y'all. But
Yeah, but you kind of look like a librarian,
I know.
and
Hold
like a
on.
sexy
These are the ones
librarian.
I had. My real ones I lost. I had to get these like the same day glasses. So I want to make sure I ain't missing nothing. No, hold on.
Can't hear you. What happened? What happened, man?
Can't hear, boo.
What happened?
I'm looking at the comments. That's all. Oh, thank you.
So let's see.
Thank
Let's
you,
see. Let's see
boo.
what people are stepping in. See, I told you. I mean,
Jacob said
but
you playing with fire, and once you cross that line, once you cross the line, and when you play with fire, child, somebody gonna get burned.
absolutely, that's burn with an
Mhm.
eye. Like that's some real
Period.
burn right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna give it a second here. But where's everybody chiming in from? That's what I'd like to know. Is everybody in KY or
No.
Cali or what state? Give
Where
us the
y'all
state,
from?
city. Where's everybody at? Let's type that in. And I
Shannon
do want to
said
take
there
this
have been
time real quick
discussion.
too to let everybody know that y'all can check us out on YouTube as well. Just look up
Oh,
No
thank
Panties
you.
After Dark on YouTube, and you can look up No Panties After Dark on Instagram as well. As a matter of fact, we're live right now on Instagram. So let's go check that out real quick. Yeah, so Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Y'all can check us out live at No Panties After Dark, right? So Toledo, Ohio, right?
Toledo. We got Louisville. We got Toledo,
Louisville.
Ohio. We got Cleveland, Ohio. And we got that area.
So where's
Pisces.
Where's Stockton, California, like in relation to, like, for instance,
Central Valley, California.
Okay, so
That's
that
like
still tells
about
me
40 miles outside, 40 minutes from Stockton. I mean, 40 minutes from the state capital, Sacramento. It's in North Cal.
Okay, so I know Sacramento. What about like LA? How close is it to like LA or
Not at all.
not at all? Yeah,
Southern California. It's like if you drive, it's like 8 hours. It's a good 8 hours by car.
Got you.
Yeah. It could be longer than that. It depends. It depends. About 8 or 9 hours to San Francisco to the city. Is T back yet?
No, but okay. So we got San Fran. All right, and
area.
let's see.
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
We can.
Yay, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
All right. That's
right,
what's
so-
up. It's all good. Celebrity news. You can't use. We got to play this one more.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. What the deal? What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel. How you
She
feel?
looks like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I went and I
Alright.
searched for that. Search for the perfect song.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
this story actually ties into the last discussion that we were having. So kind of want to talk to the fellas real quick. So I don't know if you guys saw that Kevin Gates popped up with a girl from Love and Hip Hop, and everybody said, well, "What happened? Aren't you married?" And what happened was he and his wife split up, and apparently she had cheated on him with a personal trainer, who is also a woman, a stud.
Ooh.
And he's very much in his feelings. He wrote a song called Super General where he told Jay-Z that he wants to sleep with Beyonce, he wants to get with Nicki Minaj. Like, he's very butthurt right now. So what I want to know is,
Oh,
how
terrible.
would you feel if your woman, your wife, your baby, your lady leaves you for another woman? How do you compete
And
with
a
that?
stud at that.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
that stud pulled
Let
up
me
with
tell you
that
something.
backpack. Do y'all know about the backpacks?
I
Which is crazy because
admire
I mean
beautiful women.
they
I
have
can't stand
seemed
no
to
fucking
have
stud.
a great relationship. Like didn't y'all think like they seem to have like a great relationship?
I thought him and his wife.
wife?
I thought they seemed
Yeah,
like
it was
it.
kind of like
She held him down.
goals. Like, okay, he can be hip hop, he can do his thing over there, but still come home and have a loving, great marriage. That's what it looked
Right.
like.
It seemed
Right.
very genuine too. I thought it was very genuine.
Yeah,
Right.
It seemed that way. But
So apparently
the
she ran
parent-
off with the stud with the backpack. I just now learned about backpacks a couple of weeks ago on TikTok. So
Oh, the
apparently
What that mean?
backpack.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to tell you about these backpacks because
Little-
I just now
right.
found out. Oh, you know about the backpack then, don't you? So apparently
I'm from the Bay
what that
Area,
mean? What that
girl.
mean? Go ahead. What that
the
mean?
backpack is where the studs keep their strap-ons.
Yeah.
Pull up the
Lord.
strap
Yeah.
on and dick you down real good.
They don't. Yeah,
So
they
she
say
don't-
strap, but it ain't pew pew. It's like strap on strap.
Strap, yeah, in that
Mhm.
backpack.
I know plenty of the
Yo,
butches and
James said
studs.
my ex was bi back in the day, so I wouldn't be surprised if she did. Okay. And
well, the femmes
Noble,
don't do that.
he
It's
says
more
my
so
heart
the-
would be
the-
hurt, but I'm moving on and starting over. I'll find someone new. I get it.
I don't know. Did you get the picture? I sent it to the chat so you could post it so we could see what she ran off with.
Okay. Jacob said, "Huh?" So the backpacks is mostly with studs and butches. They keep their
which chat did
backpack.
you send it
They
to?
keep a strap-on dildo
Or
in their
text.
backpack.
Where you send it to?
I sent it to us via text.
Yeah, they keep the strap-ons.
Yes, I just now found out about it on TikTok. I fell down a TikTok rabbit hole and I learned about the backpacks and I was sitting.
Yeah.
I could have been about
So
for
when
like about a whole hour.
So when they say "suck my dick," they literally mean
They mean it. They mean
suck
it. You remember
they dick. Yeah.
Catfish a couple of years back, D pimping, was fucking all them chicks with the lambskin strap on. Told that girl she was Bow Wow. You remember that?
Yes, I
You do
do.
remember
I
that?
do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean,
That's
like, how
crazy.
would you handle that? Your lady leaves you for another woman. Like, how do you compete with that?
I don't
Between
know.
your legs.
I mean, things are getting hard to compete with anyway. I mean, right now, men have to compete with their women just dealing with masculinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because so many
that's
women
true.
are so much more masculine these days. They don't know how to just, and it ain't about stepping back and letting your man handle things. It's just nowadays how a woman carries themselves. A lot of these women, these days is they just aggressive. It's damn, they damn near walk like a bulldog and shit. And talking about
Oh, so
I'm
what's
a
up?
woman. It's like damn.
Oh, my lash lady is out of town, y'all. So I just don't make me laugh too hard. Try to laugh at my phone.
Look,
Mine's
he
is barely
said
She
hanging
Jake,
on
said
by a
bulldog.
thread.
Jacob says, I thought it was guns and drugs back in the day, or no, I thought it was guns and drugs in the backpack. Now every time I see someone with the backpack, I'm gonna visually picture that.
You gonna
Wow,
see
my
them
brain has
studs
been
walking down the
tampered
street
with.
with them
See
backpacks.
what
You
y'all
know
just
what's
did?
up.
If it's a stud,
And listen, the
and
people
Jacob,
needed
you
to
know the
know.
stud,
I mean,
right?
but
You
we
know
knew
what the
what was
stud
up
look
when
what you
we
look
when
like.
we saw her. Hey, look, how many times I did this? I remember this like a couple years ago. I'm in the laundromat or whatever, and I bump into. I'm like, oh my bad, bro, and it was a female, and I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Jacob
he
said, "I'm
said, y'all. He
permanently
said he's
scarred."
permanently scarred.
Oh man, I feel like I done just dropped the doozy on y'all. Y'all
I
really
promise you,
listen.
you
I didn't
have.
know either. I didn't know either. TikTok talk.
What?
So
Do you
also
know? Hey, did you hear what you just said? You
TikTok
dropped
talk.
a doozy. Why do we make? That's a good question. Why do we make slang of slang? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do we do that? As a people, as a culture, we make slang of slang. We take slang words that's
Because we got
already
swag.
slang and turn it into another slang. Like,
Because we swag like that. That's what we do. Because we got, you know what
man,
I'm
Right.
saying? That's
dropped a
our
We gotta be
speed.
doozy,
careful before we
doozy
offend
on your.
And
somebody.
that's why
See what they
everybody
did to
in the world,
Lizzo.
every ethnicity in the world is trying to be like the Black American in some which way, form, fashion. Period.
Jay
Yeah,
said these chicks are carrying their dick on their
And that's
back. They
what I said.
are.
that's
They pull
crazy.
up with that backpack. You know what time it is.
And then if you was to go, if you was to walk around and try to put your dick on a
They
female's
are,
back, you get in trouble. But
they
they
are,
walk
Jacob.
around with a dick on their back. That's
They
just
are.
Hey,
crazy.
it's lit.
I mean, this
And they got
world
the
is
little
going to
spray, the
hell
little pump spray to
quickly.
clean it. You know what I'm saying? To take the cleaner with them. You got to clean it.
You
See,
mentioned the
see,
Bible a
Nate,
little bit
I don't
ago,
know
and
nothing
now you're
about all
talking
of
about
that.
dicks in a book bag. You hear that? You mentioned the Bible a little bit ago. Now you're talking about dicks in a book bag. That's crazy.
Hey, listen, we multifaceted over here.
Yeah.
Period.
So also, So also in celebrity news, you can't use. That's never going to be on the test. Okay, so as we all know, last week, Michael B. Jordan and Laurie Harvey broke up. This kind of segues into our main topic that we're going to touch on tonight. But they broke up last week because he
Yeah.
proposed to her. He bought her that big house, and I guess the
Mm.
story is he proposed marriage, and she turned him down, and they're both heartbroken. But she's moved on. She went to go see a man about a goat. He's back with his ex. Social media was in
Did
an
you say something about a
uproar.
goat just now?
She went
Did
to
I
go
hear
see a
goat?
man about. She went to see a man about a goat. You see her
My
posted
grandma used to
post.
tell me what to go see a man about a dog, but I guess it means the same thing.
Well, she posed
Okay,
with a
so
goat. She posed with a goat on Instagram
so she
after
Oh,
they
really
broke
went to
up.
go see a man with a goat.
She
What that
really went to
mean?
go see a man about a goat.
What does
Oh,
that
when I
mean?
say
oh.
no, when I say I'm about to go see a man about a goat, I'm about to go. So she,
Anyway,
Also,
anyway,
that means you about to go get some. Is that what that
I'm about to
means?
go get some. I'm about to go get
she
some.
about to go arch that bait.
About to go see a man about a
So,
goat.
and it don't matter if the
Mm.
goat is male or female. I mean, because in
Mm-mm.
other countries, when they go see a goat, they really going to see that goat.
Oh
They go see
wow.
that goat. He's a goat herder. So
Yeah.
yeah. So apparently he was ready to get
All these
married, and
women
she
are
wasn't.
covered up every day. I am so tired of seeing the women covered up every day. But this goat is looking very sexy. Ah, come
Not the
here,
sexy
bitches.
goat. Not the sexy goats.
Oh
But
shit.
social media was in an uproar. Like my timeline, they were going off. The fellas was mad. Apparently
Mm.
now Lori is considered the female future and she's toxic. What do you guys think about that? Like, she's young. She's 10 years younger than him. She's 25. He's 35.
Oh, for
Clearly,
real?
clearly she wasn't ready for that type of commitment. And he
Right.
was trying to push the issue. What do you guys think about that? Do you feel like she wasted his time for a year?
I don't know, but I'm sitting here picturing like hundreds of women walking around with backpacks on and whatnot. And hey, look, and look, and the classic crew neck white T-shirt
Oh my
and some
God.
sagging blue jean shorts
Mm-hmm.
and some
No,
Air
not a
Max.
crew neck, a
That's
wife
what I'm
beater.
picturing.
They got on
In
a
the
wife beater
Castro
or a
A
outfit.
wife
hatchback
beater, a crew neck white
Hmm.
tee, and
On
some
the bus
classic
train.
jean
and
shorts
a
with some
sports
Air
bra.
Max on and dreads. That's what
A
I'm
Hmm.
thinking.
sports bra.
Hey,
That's
A
Keisha,
that's
don't
what I
sports
Vaughn
bra.
say
picture.
we be on the app called Bigo, and I promise Vaughn talk about her. It's this butch on the app. She talk about her damn backpack. And Leo talk about his backpack.
I was like, what's
Well,
in these
Leo thinks he got a
backpacks?
dick.
And then I got on
Leo thinks he has
TikTok
a
and
penis.
I found out what was in these backpacks, and I was like, y'all done just gone too far.
That's just crazy. Like I'm just trying to picture that when it goes through the scanner at the airport. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, well,
Right.
it's a
Well,
plastic dick. They're not gonna pick
you know,
that
you
up.
yeah,
you
that ain't
gotta go to
nothing
court.
but it
You
might
gotta
be a
go to
little
court,
embarrassing,
and you
but
got your
Are they
book bag with
plastic?
you,
Are
and
they
you at court.
silicone? The pimpins was
You gotta
goat
put it.
skin. What are they made of?
I mean, there's
silicone.
I've
silicone.
never used the
Yeah,
strap.
it's silicone. I don't watch
It's
enough porn to
silicone.
know
Is it
that. Come on
silicone?
now.
Is it plastic? What? Yeah, see,
It's a, it's a
I've never been
it is a
strapped,
type of
so
I
I
watched
don't
plastic
that
though.
crap
know.
when I was
Well,
younger,
I don't
and you
know.
know.
It's yeah. But okay, so I think she wasn't
Hey,
ready.
hey, look, just real quick, Jacob.
Mm.
If you do take pictures of every, listen, please post them to the page. Please post them to No
Post them
Panties
on the
After Dark
page,
Facebook
please.
page.
He gonna see stuff walking
Please,
around with
I
backpacks,
just,
and he gonna
I
be
just,
like, "Wow, you gonna wish you had never listened to No Panties After Dark, ain't you?" See, we be
This
teaching you stuff. We
this
teach
nigga
you
said
stuff.
is the goat
is
carrying the backpack.
okay. Please do, Jacob. We gonna see all kind of backpack store because he works in San Francisco. So
So look, so look,
Oh Lord.
so look. What's our main topic? Let me scroll back up so I can figure it out for myself. Our
relationships
main
that don't
topic,
lead to marriage.
exactly.
Always a
So
bridesmaid, never a bride.
there we go. There we
Story of my
go.
life
Um, let's see
Shit. You
here.
know how many
after the
marriage
marriage.
proposals I accepted in my life?
Girl,
But I was never gonna
I
marry none
got
of them
one and
Always
I
a
bitches.
married his ass
bridesmaid,
and I
never a bride. When relationships don't lead to marriage. So I tell you
it's
what,
like
let's do this.
you
Let's do
prep
a
and
quick
prime
commercial
them.
break.
Okay,
Hey,
go
let's do
ahead.
a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back, and we'll talk about this. All right.
Habibi Trading Company, home of soap sticks and Saya Baba products. Over 400 locations at a store near you. Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky, Southern Indiana, or find yours online at sayababa.com. Again, that's sayababa.com. Habibi Trading Company, where you can find fragrances to incite your senses.
All right. And we are back. See what I did for y'all fellas? I caught the ladies off guard. Candid camera. You know what I mean?
You did. And did.
Yep, I sure did. All you saw was beauty.
Oh, we got some comments already on the thing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, Rosette.
Hey, Rosette said, "You not finna waste my time though. If it's not going somewhere, then what are we doing here? Netflix and chilling? No, my dude." And Rosetta, listen, I really tried hard to say it in the manner in which I felt that you might say it. So
And maybe she typed
I
that
did
with
not
conviction.
do a good job, then I tell you what, we're gonna let you come on the show next week and say it the right way. Okay?
You not
I
fair
think
wasting my time. Oh,
I think marriage is sacred. Marriage should not be taken lightly. You should know that you're dedicating your life, your entire life, to that one person, and should be sure that you're ready for a full bond /
That's true. That's why I ain't
commitment.
married none of them people that wanted to marry me.
my ex-husband's on wife number 4. Okay, tell his ass that.
Shit. I mean, well, my ex-husband's on wife number 2, but we're not even gonna talk
I
about
was
that.
number 3.
I mean, I know some people on wife number 5, but listen, I'm looking at wife number 2, and I've got certain things, criteria that I like. There's certain things, and she knows. There's one thing that I have to have done before we get married, and she knows that, and so I'm just leaving it in her hands to focus on taking care of that one thing, because when if I'm always the one that's grabbing and pulling the person along or whatever to do this one thing or whatever
Right.
the case, then it's not, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like,
Mhm.
they have to be, I need them to be the one to do that. Because
Initiated
that,
and be assertive, basically.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So I'm an old married lady though. I just know what I'm worth. And my
Period.
man Jacob says that's why I'm single. And he said he found his wife in number 2.
That's
You
what's
found your wife
up.
number
Number
2?
2 will be a
Okay.
permanent marriage. The first one was just a life lesson. You know what? And I hate to look at it like that, right? Because I've heard that before. And that's kind of tough to hear from an ex or whatever. But because you never want. I don't know. I'm not trying to hurt nobody, this, that, and the other. And to hear the ex say that, that's I'm not trying to hurt nobody, but just the same, if you don't do things in a proper way, then that's kind of, the end result is inevitable, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true.
that's why I look at
Yes
things
and
like I
no.
want to do counseling before the
Well,
fact,
yeah.
because I
Well, all
didn't
that
do
stuff,
it
yeah.
before. You know what I mean? So I want to
Yeah.
make sure that I'm doing it right now, because I don't want to do this again. You know what I mean? The time it
Right.
takes to go date, find someone, I'm not trying to do it. I remember
Right.
my mother
Exhausting.
died in
It's
2015,
exhausting.
right? My mother died, and my dad, I call him the luckiest man in the world, because in his 60s, he found another woman that wants to laugh at his jokes for another 30, 40, 50 years, right?
Mm.
and
Right.
and and she's an amazing lady, and he's living the second half of his life in a way that he wasn't even living his first life, in an amazing way. And I call him lucky, because it's just like, dude, like, I remember he said one time, he said, "Joe, I would hate to be you guys out there dating," and this is after he got remarried. He said, "I would hate to be you guys out there dating right now, because the market is just, it sucks."
It is. It's pissing the
It's
date
actually
pool.
oversaturated with bullshit because
It is.
this is my
Hey,
problem.
Jocelyn and I were
Rosette,
talking about that today
Rosette,
before we came on the air.
Right.
Rosette is talking truth right now, because listen, here's the thing. know, I know I said this, I think last year or something, but I can't remember. Somebody said, "What's love got to do with it?" And one of y'all,
Totally.
I don't know who it was. Who was it? Tina Turner, Diana Ross?
Oh goodness.
T, you don't know who it was? Tina Turner, Diana Ross?
Yeah, Tina Turner said, "What's love got to do with it?"
Okay, Tina
But I
Turner
think,
said,
but
"What's love?"
I forget the context when it was used last week, but it was pretty
Well, I
different
mean, I'm
wording.
gonna say it right here as well. because again, what's love got to do with it? Because again, when it comes to that, Rosette is right. Marriage is not about love. It's about
It's
hard
not.
work.
Love is a
It's
Yes,
not
choice.
love. Love
Love is a choice.
comes.
Love
I
Yeah,
comes.
got
Love
love
is
so
is
a
a
excited.
choice.
choice.
I accidentally
Love is not
exited the
everything.
studio.
You got so excited. You what the area?
I was reading. I was reading the comments because someone said, I think it was James said,
She said, "Boop."
wife number one or marriage number one was a piece of cherry, mom, was a lesson. Number two, hopefully will work because you've learned from marriage number one. You learned that what you've done wrong. You've learned what you won't accept. You learn what you need to change and what you need to correct. And you just learn kind of how you want to go into the second marriage. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
agree. My first marriage was definitely a life lesson
Okay,
of what I
I'm
don't
putting this
want and what I
together.
do want.
I'm putting this together, Jacob. Look at him. He getting some points right now. He said, "I
Okay.
found my wife number two," and then he said, "She's smiling right now." So that's dope. That's dope. I love it. I love love. I love the idea of love. I love love itself.
Right.
That's dope. Thanks, Jocelyn Landers.
Hey,
I've
Cass.
heard that quite a few times, and yeah, big shout out to Kaz jumping in with this as well. Shayna,
I'm
I've
just like
heard that
blushing
quite a
right
few
now.
times myself. I'm still trying to figure out if she's related to Marvin Dixon down in Miami. Let me know. Let me know.
Y'all just
Um,
put my government name all up in the comments, Cass. Thank
I
you.
know, right?
Come on,
Man,
girl.
she's supposed to be Golden Goddess, Gigi.
Right. Come on, girl. Good girl.
Not,
I'm gonna kick you out. I'm just playing.
not Gigi, like grandmother or great grandmother, but Gigi for Golden Goddess.
For Golden Goddess, right? Not the older Gigi, but I am a grandma. I ain't gonna tell y'all how old I am. It don't matter. But this is my thing. This is what I get. What tends to be happen to me. I tend to get into these relationships. I've only been into a few long term relationships, very few. But I get into these relationships. You ever seem like you prep and prime your partner for the next person, and then they marry
Mm-hmm.
the next? Like I done prepped and
Yeah.
primed this motherfucker, this asshole, or this this woman or this man. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden you want to go. Now you're ready because of what I've done. Okay,
You already
everything
know
that
my
Man,
I've been
such is
through,
story.
life,
everything that
though.
it just
Such is
seemed like
life.
it just seemed like that, but it seemed like it's it just happens. It's like an
Well, you know
occurrence.
what? Be thankful. Be thankful that you
Mm-hmm.
didn't end up with that because you know what? I feel the same way. You know my story. Like I was in a long term
Right.
relationship with my daughter's father. We were together for nine
Mm-hmm.
years. And you
Right.
remember, like, you remember when we first met, like 3 weeks into the relationship, he's like, I need you to be my wife. I want to be with you every day. And I let my guard down. I'm normally a very guarded person. I let my guard down and I let him in, and I ended up pregnant like really fast into the
Yeah.
relationship.
Shit,
So next
man,
thing
you
I
let your
know,
guard way, way down. Like
let
you
my
let the
guard way,
guard,
way
like
down.
you
And
took
I'm
off,
very,
you took the key
yeah,
out the chastity belt and
right.
everything.
Because
Like,
I'm a very guarded person. It takes a lot to get next to me. And I let him
You
in. And
ate
so, like, we were together. And I
nigga's
feel
not
like,
83. Stop playing.
remember, like, we were discussing this a couple of
He wouldn't even
episodes
be able to
ago.
type so fast if he was 83. Stop playing.
And where I felt like,
yeah.
I was growing and he didn't really want to grow with me. And I'm dragging him. He's
Yep,
kicking and screaming and he didn't want to go.
yep.
Well, all that
I remember
dragging,
we was
kicking,
talking
and
about that.
screaming that he didn't want to do, now
Mm-hmm.
he's ready and he's getting married to the woman that he cheated on me with, and
Right.
they're getting married in
And you spent
October.
all that time
But
with
I
him,
I
spent
mean,
all that time.
but
But
all those
I
years.
it's
mean,
a blessing. I'm glad that I didn't marry that man.
Right.
such is life, right? It didn't
Such
work
is
out for
life.
y'all.
It didn't
You
Mm-hmm.
work
you
out, but it
wish
worked
you
out the
wish the
way it was supposed
person,
to. I
my
wished
ex
him
is with a
well.
great guy. Like I like the dude that my ex wife is with. I think he's a
Oh,
good guy,
really?
and we actually have we actually have a better relationship, as far as our communication than even myself and my ex-wife. I don't know how it ended up like that, but it just is. Like
Mm.
See,
I can
I've
talk to
never met
him,
this woman,
you know,
but I don't
huh?
I'll
like
tell you
her. And
what.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like her. Because when my daughter met her, I guess she was trying to send a message to me through my daughter to like let me know that he cheated on me with her. Which I mean I didn't care, but she tried to
Right.
send a message through my daughter. So this is what she
What?
did.
Oh,
She
she's trying
told
to
my
pump fake.
daughter, yeah, wait a minute, let me tell you what she did. She's like, let me show you what your dad gave me. So she shows my daughter her engagement ring, and my daughter says, "If your ring wasn't still in your box, in your jewelry box, I would have thought that was the same ring that you had." She said, "That girl just don't know." So she told her, she goes, "Your dad and I, we're not taking this very lightly, and we really love each other. And I just want you to know, like, we've been together for a while. Like, we've been together at least since last April." So my daughter, she's not your regular 9-year-old child. Like, she's
Right.
like she's our age. She put
She
together that
is.
timeline. Her brain said, she came home
Right.
and she said, "Mama, let me tell you." So she was like, "So my birthday's
Right.
in
How old is
March."
your daughter again?
She's 9. She
50.
comes home and she says,
30
she
between
goes, "Mama,
35
my
and 50.
birthday's in March." And he moved out right after my birthday. And he moved in with her in April. So that means
Mm,
that he was with her before he moved in with her, because he
right.
been knowing her. And that means he
Mm-hmm.
cheated on you. Are you okay with that? So I felt like she was trying to send that message to me through my daughter that she been
Which is
around and been in
petty.
the picture. But what she didn't count on was my daughter being able to put that timeline together and figure out what had happened. She wasn't
Right.
counting on that. So I felt very disrespected. Like, I don't care that, saying y'all was doing what y'all was doing, because I didn't want him anymore anyway. I was over it a year and a half before it ended. And I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to keep it together to keep my family together, but I was over that relationship. I don't care about that.
Right.
But what you won't do is put my daughter in the middle of the mess. So I don't respect the
Mm-hmm.
woman. But I
Right.
do wish them
Daughter.
all the, I wish them all the best. If they tell me their wedding date, I'll send a gift. And I'm gonna send her
Gonna
a
send
thank
a
you
gift.
card for taking
What
him
you
off
gonna?
my hands.
You
I'll
said
just
that
send
Mm-hmm.
like
a
you
gift.
gonna
I give
send a
good
gift.
gifts.
Hey,
I
look,
give
you
good
said
Girl.
that
gifts.
like you gonna send a gift via courier. And when that's,
Right, I'm gonna
I'll
send a
send a
gift. You know
gift.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna send them. What's your Amazon gift registry? I give good
A
gifts.
horse, a horse
Right.
gonna show up with their gift and shit.
I believe that, and as they are kind of saying in in the comments, people do tend to fall. I don't really necessarily say you fall in and out of love while you're in a relationship or marriage, but I do believe you get complacent with some things in a marriage.
Mm,
But you
You
have
yeah,
to
do.
I would.
constantly, in
Yeah,
order to
I
keep it
agree with you.
healthy, in order to keep the marriage fulfilled, I believe you have to constantly reinvent yourself in a marriage, and do new things and try new things within both of the comfort levels of of both of the people individuals, but you have to constantly reinvent yourself
You
in a
do,
marriage,
and
whether
that's
it's
you
with a
have
new
to grow.
hairstyle, some new clothes, a new dress, a new fucking body, whatever it is, you know
Whatever
what
it
I'm
takes,
saying?
you have to
Whatever
grow,
it
and your mate
takes.
has to grow
I,
with you.
I,
You have to grow
Right.
together. And that's the
I
problem. A lot of people, they get complacent and you stop growing together. So
Yep.
you got one person over here and one person over there, and that's not gonna work.
and
Yeah.
and you're absolutely right. I think Rosette. I see what you're saying. I don't believe it's that you fall in, but I get it though. I definitely
Hmm.
fucking
It
get
makes
it.
Hmm.
perfect sense. It
I
makes a
Yeah.
lot
don't
of
I
sense.
don't
I get
believe
it.
it's
I get it.
an actual fall in and out of love. It's just sometimes this person gets on your fucking nerves, and
Hmm.
sometimes they don't. You know
We've
what I
all
You be
mean?
been
like,
there.
And
You've been with somebody
get
and
away from
enough
you
me.
times.
know,
We've all been
Don't
there.
touch me. Don't talk to me. Just give
yeah.
me, give
Don't
me
breathe.
35, 40
Don't
But
breathe
minutes.
around
it's a
me.
matter
Give me a
of
minute.
it's a matter of learning the person, right? And I think that if you're committed well enough,
Hmm.
then you'll take the time to learn the person, right? So learning the
Yeah.
person. When I say that, what I'm saying is, okay, you know, okay. So for instance, I'm gonna go ahead and just be vulnerable for a second. Talk about me, my relationship. I understand that mine, she works a job where she is a little more physical, so when she gets off work she needs some time to kind of wind down.
She needs to
You know what I mean?
decompress.
So I try to keep her daughter at bay, and I've learned to try
That's dope.
and just kind of give her some time to
Yeah.
decompress. 'Cause me, I work from home and I'm on the computer because I'm one of them really, really, really smart people. No, I'm just playing.
Like me.
But yeah, no, I work
No,
from
you
home on
did.
the computer. I'm a life insurance agent, so ultimately, I my job is stressful because
Right.
talking to people and sales and stuff like that, and it is, but I know I get her, and I get how she needs to have that time to chill, decompress, get on the phone, chit chat with her girlfriends, this, that, and the other, and just take that time to herself and do what she do. So I keep it easy, and I cook. Y'all know that. I'm a
We
chef,
know.
so it's easy
Food
for
be
me
looking
to
bomb
go.
too.
Like I already, I made a roast earlier and dropped it in the crock pot. Had my youngest son, who's in town here from Arizona, and had him help me, and we chopped up
I'll
some
be over
carrots,
in 30 minutes
garlic,
when we get
and
off the air.
it's all good.
I'll be over in
It's all
about
good.
7 hours. Just save me a few.
Yeah.
We
Is
coming.
is that how long? Yeah, that is a long. But yeah, no, I mean, so it's not about. It has nothing to do with, whose role is this, whose role is that.
Right.
I'm focused on making sure that when she comes home, that she can come home and get. It's like falling right into a groove of her
That's
own.
dope. You have peace.
So
Women
Yeah,
need peace too.
yeah,
That's
give
we
her
dope.
her.
do.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's
Give her
dope.
her
I love
We
peace.
that.
do. Because
I
Yeah,
need
we
peace
need to be
too.
able to come home sometimes and be able to decompress and get our minds together before we start dealing with churn, before we start cooking dinners or meals or
yeah,
ordering the meals out, whatever we gonna do. Like everybody just needs some time when they get home from work to just decompress, breathe, and just before
but
they get before they
yeah,
start the second half of
absolutely.
their day. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
Right.
And
saying?
I want to read this again because I think this is a really, really dope
It
conversation.
is. I
What?
like it.
It says it's having trouble streaming to your destination to the Instagram joint. Man, we did not go live on Instagram.
I
I'm
gotta
mad.
We
start
did
sharing
not.
on
I already
Twitter.
checked it. I checked it. We're
But
live.
okay, so we'll work on that for next week.
Okay.
See they're really not compatible with Instagram, so you got to do some RTMS
Mm.
stuff and whatnot. So I'm gonna have to get with you on the password and all that, because that's probably what it is. Maybe I don't know, but I
I'll
love this
shoot it to
comment.
you.
In a
Me too.
long-term relationships or marriage, I feel that you fall in and out of love several times. So even though I don't agree with the terminology of falling in and out of love several times, I get what she's saying, and I absolutely love it. But the original love is always there. It's fighting for your original love. That's the battle. I absolutely agree,
Yeah, it's
because
like ebbs and
I don't
flow.
think about you. Don't you sit back and you say, man, in the beginning we used to do this, and in the beginning we used to do that. So in the subtle times where, she ain't laid up on my chest in a minute, and then one day she crawls up, then it's like, I remember this, and this feels so fucking good.
Right.
Part of
Well, let
this
me
is
ask
part of
you
that
this.
good shit
Have
right
you
here.
ever found yourself in a situation where like you fall in love with someone and you fall in love with them, you and everything's amazing, and then like as the love progresses, you realize
Oh.
like you haven't seen what you fell in love with in a very long time? Have you ever found yourselves in that situation?
I feel like people fall in lust a lot more,
Not
What was
necessarily
your
lust, like
question,
you're
T?
in love and
and
then
and
like that it's you can't get it back.
I feel
What,
like
like
that's
really
because
hard in the beginning?
that's
Right,
because
like
I
when
feel
you're
like it
really
was
when it's all
infatuation
intense,
more than anything else.
like that real intense feeling, and then like it's gone, and like you're hanging around waiting to get it back, and it just doesn't come
Uh,
back.
I don't fall in
Infatuation.
love too often like that, but I think a real strong like for me, it'd be a real strong like. And maybe where and it had the potential to be love, but then yeah, they'll do something or something to happen and it just kind of take it away and you'll be constant. It may sometimes a lot of times sometimes you'll stay in that situation just trying to find that
Trying to
feeling
find it
back.
again,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, and
And
it
I
doesn't
found myself in
happen.
that situation several times, like trying to find like this is never coming back. Might want to just go ahead and cut out.
There's
Okay.
some really good comments. There's some really good comments out here in the
I love Rosette dropping some of
She's
this
been
old
married since
school
we were like kids. They've
marriage
been
yeah,
together
gender
knowledge
roles
forever.
on
are
this. I
overrated.
And
absolutely
you don't
love it
see that
because,
that often anymore.
but
They've
see,
been
that's
together
where that's
I
forever.
where I
agree.
come from as far as relationships go. That's where I come from. Like I'm
Gender roles
still old
are
school.
changing nowadays. A lot of times the men are staying at home as um our friend here. Um and the women are going out to work.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
Joseph
It's
the
okay.
We're not gonna go there.
It's
We've already
Mr.
talked
Just
about
Ass
that.
Joe. No, I mean, but
my
but
friend
no, but
here.
see, that's the thing. I'm not
But
staying at
it
home
is.
like a
Even my
stay at home
ex-husband stayed
dad.
home with the kids. He was retired military and I went to work. Like gender roles are just changing. Women are out. look, men start off working, men and women are becoming social media influencers, making millions of dollars, like Be Love, and what's the other
That's a stay
girl,
at home
the
job
Indian girl
right
on
there.
Instagram.
So
And their
so a
husbands
stay at
are
home
quitting
job.
their jobs and helping their wives now with their business at home. I mean, and that's just the way it is.
Oh, what's her name?
Different
Tabitha
roles
Brown. She retired her husband out the police force. Remember that?
I'm telling you, gender roles are truly
Yeah.
changing.
So hey, so
Well,
listen,
look at okay.
can one of y'all read Jacob's, because it doesn't even post all of it on here. Can one of y'all
I
read
got
it
it.
from the chat?
You want me to read it? Okay.
Yeah.
Throughout the world, so say people distill the wisdom of love and life as a whole. Love which addresses nothing less than the meaning of life. Hope to give you strength, honesty to give you light, friendship to give you comfort, trust for a peace of mind. Do not focus on evil acts. Separate it from the richness of love. For the richness of love is like the flower and fruit of each season that bears the key of happiness in one's heart. We are capable of being carried away, change yet fully, or yet know fully. And when my marriage ended, I was told that I have love for you. I'm not in love with you. And yes,
Ouch. Ooh,
yeah. Well, that was
Damn.
that hurt my
James.
feelings.
So hold on. That was
Yet know
Jacob.
fully
So
and
he
yes.
didn't.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that didn't. I thought that was gonna end with Dash and whoever wrote that.
It says we
But
are capable of being
He was very
carried away,
poetic, wasn't he?
change,
Very
but
yet
poetic.
know fully and yes. I don't know what
he wrote that
it was in the second part.
because that sound like some serious dope
That's beautiful
poetic
though.
type shit right there.
That
Like
was poetic
hope
justice
to
right
That
give
was
you
there.
strength,
beautiful though.
It
honesty to
was.
give you light, friendship to give you
But look,
comfort,
how
trust
many
for a
men
peace of
express themselves
mind.
like that though? There's not a lot
Not
of
very
men that
many. Not
there's
But
I
here's
many
the
mean
at
thing.
we
But here's
all.
the
gotta
thing. Do y'all
encourage
really
that.
want men
So
to express
no,
themselves though? Let's just be honest. Do
We
y'all
why
want
do.
men to
not?
express
Yes,
We
themselves?
do.
yes, we
Yes.
do.
And then
Yes.
when they express themselves and are honest about their feelings, then you say,
No, we don't.
why you being
No.
emotional?
No,
Why
we
you
don't.
No.
being
No,
No.
we beg
ah,
for men to express themselves.
all
We
right.
literally beg for expression. We beg for conversation. We beg to get inside of their heads. We want to know what they're thinking. Like we beg for men to show us some type of emotion. We not besides anything besides anger. So yes, we want
So
men to express themselves like that. I'm
so
like all for it.
I see what James says. He says, when my marriage ended, I was told I have love for you. I'm not in love with you. I've experienced that
Yeah.
where there was a woman who I dated on and off for 4 years, and I took a ring shop and everything. I thought I was gonna get married to her, and ultimately, what we learned and realized, and this is even after a breakup. In the midst of that 4 years, and her sending me Facebook Messenger text and tweet messages and everything, trying to get me back to say you are my soulmate. In the end, after that was all said and done and we retried it and everything, it was the understanding that she was in love with I guess how I treated her versus
Right.
me myself,
Soulmates
right?
are not necessarily the people that we are supposed to be with. Soulmates are usually the person that comes into our life to teach us a lesson about the love that
Hmm.
we're
I totally
looking
agree with
for,
that.
or the love that we need, or the love that we deserve. Our twin flames are usually the people that we connect with, and typically, most times, the one that we should be looking to marry. Soulmates are.
No, I met my twin flame, and I feel like in a past life he killed me over a bag of ripples.
We're not talking about you. We're talking
I met my twin flame, and we not supposed
Don't
to be
bring
together.
Grippos into this
We're
because
not talking about that, goddammit. We talk
Grippos are nasty.
on a general level. Typically, you know what I'm saying, 51% of the
You're
time.
not, but you know what? But I
So
did some
people,
research on it. You're not supposed to even be with your twin flame. Like there's not.
Well,
You're
it's a
not
soulmate
compatible
for
with your twin
sure.
flame.
We really rarely
there's
marry our
yays,
soulmates.
there's yays
Soulmates
and
are our
nays
best
and cons
friends.
and pros.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't think I don't know. But let's pick this comment. Not if that woman really cares and loves for you. She wants to know about you and cares about your overall well being. I think
Right,
that's absolutely
Shanna.
true. You know,
Yeah.
if somebody is not showing that interest in you, what you're doing, what you do, how you do it, like, then I think there's some questions to be had there. Like, oh, is this really for reals? You know what I
Right.
mean? And people, Rosette, she says, yes, I had to break down the gender issues with my
Rosette.
husband to allow him to be vulnerable and honest about his feelings without judgment from me. Opened up a whole new level of community. Man, God damn.
Period.
Damn.
She
Jacob,
gotta have her own. She got some stories to tell.
Woo! We
Jacob,
got, hey, look,
I think
Rosette,
what
Rosette,
18 years now. She got stories to tell.
look,
She gotta
look,
have her
look.
own.
Golden Goddess done hit the phone with
She
her
got
nipple
excited. She
again.
had the Holy
She got
Ghost
so
nipple.
excited, her nipple jumped out and cut
She
the
done
phone
shut her.
off. You know,
Rosette, you done
Jacob,
shut
copy
her.
and paste the second part of your comment. That's what I was trying to tell him, and I'm trying to scroll, and it keeps my bad. Copy and paste the second part of your comment so we can finish reading it.
I think you got it all in the actual chat.
No, he said the
Only
second part didn't. The second part didn't post.
Well, I think it did for you. Well, I don't know because
Mm-mm.
here it just stops at fully and
It
then you
does.
were able to read further than that, I believe.
No, that was someone else's
No?
comment I accidentally read into.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, cool. But yeah, no, we're gonna have to have Rosetta on. Rosette on.
Yes.
I was
She got
thinking Rosetta
stories.
Stone for a
Rosanna
second.
got story.
Don't
Right.
do that.
Rosanna
She'll
Stone.
fight you. Them fighting words.
Hey, but both Rosette and Rosetta Stone we can learn from. So
Right.
that's
She
good
gonna teach
right
us
there.
some things.
Exactly. Opened up a whole new level. And I think that's important. Let me tell you something, man.
Mhm.
Let me tell you something. When you stunt that man from being able to communicate,
Right.
you're
That
gonna
messed up the whole.
push
That's
him
it.
into that space to where he won't open up. And
It is no
you're gonna
comeback
end
for
up
that.
in a situation where he will go find someone else to communicate with.
Mhm.
And it'll be a situation to where one day you're gonna wake up and his bags are packed and he's out because he found someone that gives every bit of communication. Because a man, as much as we say men don't talk or this, that, and the other, the absolute reality is that if you give him the space, if you create that space for him, if you are that loving woman that creates that safe space where he can feel like, all right, I can jump in and actually speak and talk and not be judged, not be told I'm a pussy for sharing my emotions, not be told I'm being acting like a female or nothing like that.
Oh,
If
that's
there's
them
a
young
safe
girls that
space
be
for
like,
that man, guess what? You will get to that second level of communication with him, and it will be a lovely thing if you are open to it.
You know,
hopefully
I was
so.
dealing with someone
Yeah.
before, and he was very communicative. Is that a word? He communicated his feelings, but he was always very angry and combative, and then said, "Well, you don't
Right.
let me
I hate that.
communicate." Like, no,
Right.
there's a way to communicate without being
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
angry and combative, and where I feel like you're picking at me
Okay. It's okay.
constantly. Like, there's a way to
I love this.
communicate.
I love this. That's
So I'm
because
all
see,
for a man to communicate and open up, share your feelings, tell me what's in your mind. But let's not be combative and angry and mad
I
all
mean,
the time.
and that speaks to other
Other
issues
issues. Like at this
Mm-hmm.
point, like
anyway.
it's not me, it's
But
you. You're angry.
but
Right.
think about this. That's because and when she says we, she is talking about we to the woman space are not creating a safe space for him, them, me to fully express their feelings because a lot of
Not all
women
the
are
time.
used I think a lot of women are used to dating these like kind of closed-minded weird boys that don't know how. See, it's very manly to
A
actually
lot of men
express
are
yourself.
true, but some
It's
men are
very
just
manly to
they don't know how
show
to
emotion.
communicate without being
They
combative.
don't.
Some
They
just
don't.
some men are. Some people are like that.
You got
Period.
your
But some
Russells
people
and you
are
got your
that way.
Futures. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Some men are able. Yeah, but some men are.
Yeah,
Jacob,
and
can
some
you
of them
post your
communicate like
second part of
Future.
your comment that didn't post?
Look,
Because I
she
want to
says
be
with
fair.
no judgment or pre. You know what? If she would just clone herself, I'm gonna need you to go into the
Right.
metaverse.
Not
I'm gonna
emotional.
need you
Now
to
my
download
ex-husband was
your subconscious into the metaverse. They're doing that now, Rosette. All right, you can start a whole store of Rosette bots.
Gonna go
Okay,
to the
Rosetta box,
Rosette
right.
store and get you a
with
wife.
no judgment or pretense on what a man is supposed to be, not emotional. See, that's the thing.
We're stoic,
It's
yeah.
it's creating that space, but not trying to say that he's too this or too that or
Hmm.
whatever. No, it's just creating the space for him to be open. That's the Erica Badu shit.
My ex-husband was very stoic, and my 19-year-old son is just like his father, just real stoic and stone faced. I mean,
I don't
you
even
know
know
what
what
I
the
mean?
hell
And that's
stoic
just,
means. Let's look that
and
up.
I try to, I've been encouraging him for years to try to show, like, it's easy for him to show anger, but to show any other emotion like love or caring, or just anything softness, it's just hard for him. And that may be something genetic, I don't know, but they're both very, very similar. Like, they look just like twins. They look like they were cloned, but they're very similar as far as that being
Mm.
very stoic.
So,
I
so,
mean,
so
even in elementary school, the teachers were saying he's just so stoic.
I ain't never in my
He
life
don't
heard that word
smile.
until Rosette posted it.
He
I
don't
never
smile.
heard the
I,
word
I
stoic. I
can't
don't know
make
what
him
school you
smile.
went to,
Stoic
Gigi.
is
I don't
like
know what
this.
school you went to, but I don't know your teachers using the word stoic. I ain't never heard that shit before.
Yeah,
But
they
listen,
used to say that
He
about
by
my
is
son.
stoic, a
definition,
person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. A member of the ancient
exactly.
philosophical school of Stoicism. That's from Merriam-Webster.
Right.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So with that in
Mm-hmm.
mind, then I can say that I am very stoic. Even my chiropractor said, Joe, you have a high tolerance for pain, um, and so that goes physically and emotionally. Like my son's dog like bit the hell out of my hand here recently, and I mean totally ripped it to shreds. And
Mm.
it was you didn't hear me yell, you didn't hear me do none of that. You heard a little oof, like that, but that's about all you got. Where somebody else might have been screaming, and it was definitely some need to go to the doctor for stitches type stuff. But
Right.
so but I'm from the old school. We don't do that. We're gonna throw some spit on it. That's antibacterial
Put
enough,
some
and
put some
call it a
tussin.
day.
Put some tussin
Exactly.
on it.
Yeah. My son, he just
You know what
don't
I
very,
mean?
he just walked around with a straight face. I mean, like I say, even in elementary, first, second, third on up, just on up to high school, all the teachers always say he just has such a stoic face. He
But I
just
think men are very stoic, though.
He
Don't
said,
you
and
ladies think
it
so?
Not
just,
over here. My boys,
and
I
he'll
don't.
smile when he
I
smiles. His
foster an
smile is
environment we communicate.
huge. His smile just lights up. But his father is that way. I mean, and my younger son, the same father, but he's more like me, very just outgoing and bubbly, and just likes to smile all the time. But oh my, not Christian and Russell. Mm-mm. I mean, they could be happy as hell. Just
But think about this: a man. I think men naturally are very stoic. I think that is a natural thing in a man. A person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. That is men right
Chris
there. That
said,
is
I'm just
men.
smart like that.
Even a female, I don't think that is the trait of a female. Even if she does show her complaining and tries not to show it, she just gonna play some music and start talking shit through the music or whatever. Just start saying the words that the music say, punk bitch, motherfucker. I mean, I done seen that happen before. But I
Oh,
think
that's beautiful.
that yeah, yeah, Jacob is on some next
All
level
right,
shit,
look,
like for
I'm
real.
deep, man.
He
Look,
says, "Listen, let me read this. We
okay.
are capable of being carried away, changed, yet know fully and freely exactly what we are doing and why am I in love. If I am not sensitive, how can my love be sentient? If
Period.
I'm not profound, how can my love be deep? As one, so is mine. Remember remember these rites of passage right upon your heart, for it is simply the greatest secret of existence called love."
Love.
Snap, snap.
Pretty bad. On the chest and shit, like, damn. Is that all it takes? Is that it?
Listen.
I mean, shit. That's all
Before
it
you
takes
had
over
it,
here.
Zumba class, like,
I thought that was in the movies or something. Hey, look, let me put the banner up here so y'all can see the contact information. Here's the banner right here, folks. You know, so since you done made her go, look, there's the phone number, 786-254-1886. All right, leave a message. All right, remember Facebook at InPad Show, IG at No Panties AD, right? No Panties After Dark Show. Our email, look, if you got any stories you want to tell us or anything like that, just hit us up. inpadinfo@gmail.com. And let me tell y'all something, folks.
Premium comments. Call that 786 number.
Put our cash app back up.
Listen.
I'm looking for a sponsor.
Look. If anything, hey, look, at least sponsor the show, okay? Everybody who's watching, if you just send $1 to, let me move this banner real quick so y'all ain't got no excuses. $ No Panties After Dark. Listen, everything we do is it's all paid for. The streaming that we use, we pay for it out of our pocket. Any advertising stuff like that, yo, help us out. It's all good. It don't matter if it's 50 cents. You know what I mean? Send us 50 cents. We'll make them pay us back because that's what 50 cents do. But with that in mind,
we like the
folks,
money that jingles, but we rather have the money that folds. And I need a sponsor.
Oh, there you go. I'm all about it. Let me put y'all out front. Hey, ladies, get to work. Get to work. Say the $.
Shake a little ass. Get a little cash. Take to the stove.
Yeah, hey,
we done had Coming to America. We done had some other shit that whatever he said.
Y'all done seen enough tonight.
Really,
everybody should be sending $1. At least everybody should be sending $1 right now. $ No Panties After Dark on the Cash App. You know what I mean? Go ahead and do that.
If I gotta show my butt next week, I will.
She said we like the kind of money that jingles, but what did you say?
Not supposed to be that type of show.
We like the kind that jingles, but what's the next one?
So here, look, I got a couple things before we go, because the drink is trickling down. So before we go, I got to show a couple things real quick. Let's watch.
我说他是全网最大，你们有没有反对的？哎呦我去，尴尬。吓尿了。来上一口，开播了啊！怎么都是水？
Yo, I really don't know.
What TikTok?
I'm not even sure what that was, but
我说他是全网最大，你们有没有反对的？哎呦我去，尴尬。吓尿了。来上一口，开播了啊！怎么都是水？
It's called a geoduck. Listen, it's called a geoduck clam, and it's very phallus. And sometimes when God created creatures, He plays some really effed up tricks. I mean, God be playing games sometimes when He be creating stuff like.
Friend, that was effed up.
That God just be playing. He just be joking, like He be having jokes. It's called a geoduck. Look it up. And most of the time, they don't really eat it.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, that was. She's like. That was a big old honka chonka one too.
Oh, we didn't even talk about this.
We ain't talk about this. We'll talk about this next week.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's this again? There you go.
Who is that?
That is Drinker Gates in her new boo.
Oh yeah, we
Wow.
gotta talk
That's who
about
she
that
left
next
Kevin
time.
Gates for.
I
A
mean,
stud that looked like a
but the
With the
man.
stud looked
backpack.
kind of like Kevin Gates.
Backpack,
Wait, she
backpack,
left the man to go be with a woman
backpack,
that looked like a man that
backpack.
looked like her ex-husband.
Yeah, like
Oh,
she for
that's
real, she
cheating.
left the dude to go with a woman that looks
Now
like
that's
her
cheating.
dude.
Hey,
She
That's
got
listen.
cheating.
tattoos and everything.
She
Like,
pulled that
bruh,
backpack out and
bruh,
my girl was
Whoa.
gone.
bruh.
Listen, you
Mm.
see the backpack strapped around her? You see it? You see
Yep.
the
You see
backpack?
the backpack? Jacob, there go the backpack.
That's the backpack.
Right
Ah,
there. Look.
see it
There it
right
is.
there,
Click on the
There go the
right
back.
there.
backpack.
There you go.
Wow,
Jacob, where you at? Where you at in the comments?
wow.
There's the dick on the back. There you go.
There you go. There you fucking go. Mm-hmm.
Y'all
My
see this? My
turn.
ex daughter saw me in the
Hey,
store with
listen.
my
I
new
feel you, little
chick. It's
mama.
the
I
first
feel
thing.
you, little mama.
Okay.
But that's so terrible, bro.
Yo,
Like,
Hey,
right,
why
yo.
does
listen.
your daughter at whatever
I feel
age,
little
she ain't
mama
that
though. Kids
old,
got feelings too. She mad.
man?
Yeah, she is.
She big
Stop.
mad.
It's
She,
terrible.
My
yeah, she
kids.
pissed.
She pissed. She said,
Hey,
"Fuck
look,
you."
this nigga Jacob, is this nigga is he I mean, is he a poet for reals? Like, if he's not, then bro, you need to go and jump on somebody's stage and start like, you could just really just copy the
He's
stuff
Love
you
Jones,
post
ain't he?
here and
Ain't he
Yeah,
and
that
you,
Paris?
first
He
thing
you
you
Love
just
just
copy
Jones.
the
crazy.
stuff he did here and just go right to the stage and be like, yeah, because this stuff right here, like, I'm gonna need you to write
Man,
some
that's
shit
some good
for me. I'm
shit.
gonna hit you up.
That's Darius. I'm gonna be your Nina,
That's some
baby.
good stuff. Look, we need more men to be expressive like that. Just period. We do.
We
Because
do. I love
let me
it.
tell you something, my ex-husband was not very expressive, and I've been with a lot of men that are not expressive. Like I said, so many times it's so easy for men. The first emotion they express is anger. That's
They
the
do.
easiest emotion.
Man,
So we do need
ain't
more
this
men
true?
to be able to
That
express themselves
right
verbally with, you know what I'm saying, the type of love that they
without the
want, because we don't
anger.
get to hear it a lot. So
I'm
you know
Right.
what
telling
I'm
you.
saying, I'm all for it.
Women are toxic too, and it's not toxic femininity. It's not. It's toxic masculinity is what it is.
Well, there we go
Women
back to
have
the.
nowadays. Stop trying to say it's toxic femininity. It's not. It's toxic
I didn't
because
say
that's
that.
not feminine.
Who
That's
said
not
that?
feminine at all. There's nothing
Who
feminine
said
about
that?
that. So
That's
it's
another show.
Right,
it's
that's a whole nother
toxic
That's
show.
another show topic.
masculinity that women have these days. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
Rosette
we
says,
gonna
I'm just
bridge the
smart
gap
like
between the
that.
sexes.
Men, just like women, are emotional creatures, but
Right,
they have to have a safe place to be able to show us that side of them without being labeled a sissy, punk, etc. Absolutely.
right.
I'm
Very true.
totally
Very
agreeing with
true.
that. And that existence called love. And
We love the comments today, y'all. You guys are very
The
active in the
comments
absolutely,
was
comments.
dope.
absolutely.
It was dope today. This is a dope show. I feel like the
Yeah,
show
no,
gets better. I
absolutely.
feel like we get better every single week. It's better and better.
Hey, so
I'm
what was
loving
that thing?
y'all.
What
I
was
was
that thing
saying that we
again?
thank y'all for the comments. That's all. I was just saying they were very active today.
What
Yeah,
was that thing you
I'm loving
said
y'all.
that you said it was a clam?
A geoduck clam.
That is
I
the
watch a lot of
craziest
cooking shows
thing.
and I watch a lot of stuff on
That was
stuff
some
around
sick
the
shit,
world.
friend.
I watch a lot of stuff around the world, and it's a geoduck. And usually, what they do is put it into some boiling hot water really quickly, take it out, pull the skin back, like basically
Like,
circumcise the thing,
ooh, the
and then
foreskin.
right, cut it up because it's like
Ooh.
the shaft, and then they have the round part, which we're gonna call the testes, and they
You
cut
can't
that up.
tell me that
Ooh.
sex ain't important. You
Period.
can't tell me
And
that
they
if
eat
sex is all in
they prepare
nature.
it as like a sushi, like they eat it raw, but they'll put sauce on one part and one part they're just like they cut it up. Like it's really weird how it's very pretty
It's,
how the end part of it is, but like the
there was
chef is
nothing
very
pretty
cute.
about that, Gigi.
No,
There
that
was
was
nothing pretty
nasty.
about it.
Hey,
When
but
it's
listen.
finished, it
When it's
might
finished,
you guys
yeah,
might
because
not
she
want to
took the
get it
whole thing and
prepared
put
because
it
they
in her
do
mouth.
like
When it's
literally dip it
finished,
in
yeah, that's
boiling
Hey,
water,
pretty.
but
take it
Joe,
out,
when she take the whole
peel the
thing and put it in
skin
her
back.
mouth, are you worried about how pretty you look?
But that's what I'm saying. But it don't never come back out the mouth though. That's the problem. It don't never come
Are you
back
worried
out the
about how
mouth.
pretty you
That's
look?
that's the issue with this video is it don't come back out the mouth. You know what I mean? Like I ain't see nothing grow back. when she
gotta
took that bite.
swallow it and gargle it.
God said He
He
made us
did.
all in His image. I guess even the clams. So
Now she killed a donkey and took his
Mm.
rights. I'm done.
yeah,
Okay.
she did say that donkey. He took the donkey right, or the lady took the. I can't even read.
Hey, well, look, this has been a fantastic show. Another episode of No Panties After Dark. Don't worry, we're gonna get the Instagram right next week. We'll get it together, and yeah, we're gonna have to do something with Rosette because I feel like what's missing and what's the problem in today's society is we've veered so far away from what worked before. If you think about it, right now,
Right.
over 40% of children, I say this all the time because it always seems to creep its way in, but over 40% of children being born today are born in a non-married,
Out of
situation,
wedlock.
right? Out of
Mhm.
wedlock, right? Now,
Say it
if you
right.
break those, that's in
It is
America.
what it is.
That's in America. And
Right.
when you break those numbers down, let's break those numbers down. 35% of that 41% is the European community. 17% is the
Yeah.
Asian community. Guess what? 70 plus
Yo, the
percent is.
70. There we go. The bigger number.
It's
I'm
us.
That's
us,
that's us.
us,
That's us. That's our community. Over 70% of
US.
kids being born into America today in the melanated community are born
Yeah.
out of wedlock. So
Yeah.
we
And that
it's
includes black and
cool.
brown.
Oh yeah, that's all black and brown. So
Black and brown.
your
Mhm.
chicalitas.
But not as many brown as
If
there
you
is
do, my
black.
friend,
though.
you
More
got it
black than there
running
is
too. You
brown.
be doing the sticky, my friend. I thought I owe you.
Mhm.
Why are you doing the mannequin challenge right now, pretty brown skin?
Hmm. Shit, she tired. She look like she about ready. That drink done kicked in.
It did. It was. I think I put too
You
much
see how
vodka
I'm
in that
leaning to the
lemonade.
side, girl? You
Hey.
see how
Listen,
I'm stuck
lean
in
on the
for a minute.
everlasting arms. Your girl might be a little bit tipsy over here.
Period.
Well,
But listen, it's fun. We hang out in our pajamas. We get a couple of drinks in.
Yeah.
Chill with the people in the comments. It's be fun.
We talk our shit. We pop our shit. Period.
absolutely, and we're trying to give some positive, relationship stuff at the same time, folks. And so if
No
you learn something listening to the comments or whatever, then we appreciate that.
No draws, hanging balls after dark. Okay, there you
Yes,
go,
let's
Jacob
get
and
it.
Joseph. No draws, hanging balls after dark. I love it.
Let's get it.
My kids were born in a 2-parent household. Okay, Rosette, what's your girl? You gotta teach us something. 2 out of 3 of mine. No draws, hanging
Same,
balls
2
after
out of
dark.
3.
Okay, mine got 2 out of
Well,
3
we're gonna end it there. No draws, hanging balls.
after dark.
That's what you get at No Panties After Dark. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you check us out on No Panties After Dark on YouTube. Check us out just the same at No Panties After Dark on Instagram, and look for us just the same on Facebook
And
at
Spotify.
Skinpad Info and No Panties After Dark and Spotify. Remember, it's No Panties After Dark show. We'll see you guys next week.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like him.
Yeah.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like him.
Yeah.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like him.
Yeah.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like him.
Yeah.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like a
Yeah.
movie star. She looks like a, she looks like a, she looks like a, she looks like a, she looks like a movie star.
What the
Like
deal?
a chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like a celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, bro. Elevate, celebrate.